Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to install System Center Service Manager 2019 step by step full. So basically, if we discuss what is System Center Service Manager, basically this is the IT based tool which can provide you the self-service portal for the users and for the IT department, where you can do everything like related. You can see from here you can do the incident management, problem management, asset management. You can create the CMDB database for all your IT hardwares and inventories. You may have a change management also, which is part of day-to-day operations in IT. You can do business intelligence, compliance management. You can create your knowledge base in Service Manager, where you can upload all your KBs basically, which is going to be managed by your IT infrastructure team. And also you can have a forum where you can do different type of discussion related to your organization. So this is a complete tool which can provide you like everything which is required for the IT help desk or IT services. So also you will have a data warehouse where you can do the warehousing for your service manager for the basically related to database. You can do that also. You can create the different type of workflows in the service manager. This is one of the powerful tool, and it provide the various integration. Also you can do the integration with the service manager with different tools. So this is one of the powerful tool from the Microsoft for the um, IT operations. So we are going to see everything related to installation, how we can install the System Center Service Manager, how we can do the installation for the self-service portal, how we can do the installation for data warehouse, and how we can configure it. So let's jump in. So in this video we are going to focus on two things, basically installing the management server for Service Manager 2019 and the self-service portal. So two things in this video we are going to do, and next video I'm going to show you how to install a data warehouse and how to install and configure data warehouse. So basically you cannot install management server, self-service portal, and the data warehouse on a single server. So you must need a two server, and basically you can say the different server which is going to be your management server. You cannot install management server and data warehouse on a single server. So in 2019, so this is my demo environment. I have uh, two virtual machines created. So the first one is my Active Directory server. You can see Active Directory and DNS role is running on this machine, and this is Win2K 19 DC01. So this is labsandsound.com is my domain name. So if I go here, you can see Active Directory and DNS is installed on this machine, and you can verify the information Win2K 19 DC01, and this is my domain name. So this is having this server having function of the domain controller and the DNS. And second server is a Service Manager 2019 server, which where we are going to install a management server and self-service portal. So this is a brand new machine which having name Win2K 19 SCSM, and the IP address 192.168.101.110, and I have assigned 4 vCPU and 8 gig of memory to this machine, and this machine is joining my domain labsandsound.com. So here's the machine. You can say this is a brand new machine, and I have configured the IP address and joined this machine in domain labsandsound.com, and also I have logged in with the domain account. So who am I? um, I am basically using, you can say, the service account, which is SCSM admin, created in labsandsound.com domain. So, and this is a brand new machine, and I have just done the Windows patching for this machine and join in domain. So you can see this is all good to go. So I recommend you to must do the Windows patching before you proceed for the installation for Service Manager. So now step by step installation of, so I have divided this installation in two steps. So first one is management server and second one is self-service portal. So let's do first thing, which is installation of System Server Service Manager 2019 step by step for the management server. So for the management server you require a database. So the first step, we require to install a system Microsoft SQL Server 2017. So I'm going to install the database engine with these three services. So mainly we require a database engine service, but it's required three more services. Basically you can see the features, so I'm going to do it. So the first thing, I have installation media added on DVD drive for the SQL Server 2017, so I'm going to launch it. And now go to installation from the system, SQL Server installation center, and click on new SQL Server standalone installation. So this will launch the setup wizard. So I'm going to install the SQL Server in evaluation mode. Since this is a demo environment, click next, accept the license terms, click next, and click next one more time. And then we are going to select the, from the feature page, we are going to select these three options: database engine, full text, and semantic extraction for search and analysis services. So click next, and now as discussed, select database engine, full text and semantic extraction and analysis services. Now click next. And also we require to install a management studio and reporting services. So I'm going to leave the default option for the instance name MS SQL Server. So click next. So now from like if you recall 2000 in 2014 SQL Server, you will get the management studio and reporting services both in the installation media for the SQL Server, but now it's not coming, so we have to download it from Microsoft website. So labs hands on, this is my service account SCSM admin, which I'm going to provide as the service account for login account for all the services. So just make sure everything is good. So we have changed for all three, and I'm going to grant permission to perform a maintenance. Click next. Now I'm going to add my current user as a Windows authentication mode for database engine. On database engine configuration, which is SCSM admin. Click next. And now I'm going to use a multidimensional and data mining mode and add the current user for the permission. Click next. And now we are done with the following the wizard, and now when you click the next, the installation will begin, and this will take some time to get the installation done. So meanwhile this installation is running, I'm going to do the installation for .NET Framework 3.5, which is a separate thing. So we are proceeding with the step 3, step 4 basically. So I'm going to do it. So manage, add role and features, click next. Role based installation, click next, and this is our server. And from the feature we need to select this .NET Framework 3.5, which include 2.0 and 3.0 also. So click next and click on install. So now both the installation will take some time to get the installation done. So I'm going to pause the recording, and once the installation is done for SQL Server 2017, I'm going to resume from there. So the installation for SQL Server 2017 is completed and everything got succeeded. So we can go ahead and close this. We can close the installation center also. And now the next step, step 2, is going to be install Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, which we are going to do. So I have already downloaded these setup in my download folder, you can see here. So we have a Management Studio, we have reporting services, and SQL Server 2014 analysis management object also downloaded. So we will do one by one. So first I'm going to install the Management Studio. So basically now we are doing this is straightforward installation, just need to click on install and it will install the SQL Server Management Studio. And I'm installing the release version 1806, which is the latest one. And now we are finished with the step 1, and we are running the step 2 and step 4 together. So soon these both installation is finished, and once the installation is finished we will reboot the server and proceed further. So this is going to take some time. So now you can see the installation is succeeded for the .NET Framework 3.5. So this is also good. So now we are done with step 1 and 4, and now we are running step 2 only. So once this is done, I will install the reporting services also, and these reporting services, and this one is also step 5, and then we will reboot the server before running the SQL Server, before running the System Center Service Manager setup. So now this is done, so I'm going to close this, and now we will install the step 3, which is reporting services. So I'm going to do it. So SQL Server reporting services. So this is reporting services was in 2017, which we are going to install now. So you can see install reporting services, and going to install in evaluation mode. Click next. I accept the license terms. Click next. And this is also very simple installation. This is the location, installation location. Click on install. So now when you click yes, this is going to install the reporting services, and once this is done we will install the one more thing which is left, analysis management object. And I having this System Center Service Manager setup here, so I'm going to extract in my C drive. So just double click on it, so it will extract the setup in your C drive. So click next, I accept. You can see here this is going to be extract in C drive Service Manager 2019. So click on extract, and also you can see reporting services done. So we can go ahead and close this now. Instruction is also completed, so I'm going to close this, and both this I can delete. I can delete the setup for Service Manager also, since this is extracted, and this is final thing which is going to be installed. SQL Server 2014 Analysis Management Objects. So just straightforward installation, just click on install, and this will install the object. And now we are done with all the prerequisite installation from step 1 to step 5 basically, and now we are good to run the Service Manager setup. So I'm going to reboot my server once before running the setup. So just waiting to finish this installation, then we will reboot the server and proceed further. Now this is finished, so click on finish button and delete this installation file. So we are good to go ahead and reboot the server. So now I'm going to restart this machine once since all prerequisite installation is done. So now it's rebooting, you can see. Hit Ctrl+Del and log in with the SM service account basically, and now we are good to go ahead and run the setup. So I'm going to run this Service Manager setup here. You can from this folder we having setup .exe. So now you can install any specific roles here. So I'm going to install basically, you can see here we have different type of installation like Service Manager Management, Data Warehouse, which we are going to do in next video. So in this video I'm going to install the Service Manager Management Server and Self-Service Portal, which is optional. So click on install button and going to call it labs hands on, and install in evaluation mode, and I accept the agreement. Click next, and this is the installation path. Click next, and now you can see we are missing one reporting, so I'm going to download it. So even if you click on this small folder, it's going to install, since this is in folder which is called, you can go here and see we have a folder called prerequisite. So it having report viewer already, so you just need to click on it, it will run the installation. Now you can see the installation succeeded, and now if I go ahead and check the prerequisites again, You can see everything is passed, so we are good to go ahead and run the setup. So click next. Now we need to configure the service manager database. So this is a local server having SQL Server installed, so I'm going to type the name SCSM, and you can see this is going to give you some warning related to if you are using the default instance collection. It's going to give you warning related to if you are going to change the collection later, you need to reinstall. So this is fine for us. So now you can see we are going to create a new database. If you're having an existing database, you can definitely select. So I'm going to create a new database which is called service manager DB. I'm going to call it, and leave the path default, like data file, log file. I'm going to leave it default. Click next. And now we need to give the uh, uh, management group name for this. So I'm going to call it like HO, or you can say SCSM, LHO, labs and so on, and management group administrator. So you can see here, so I'm going to give SCSM admin as administrator rights for the this group. So click next now. And now if you want to configure the service for the service manager local, or you want to create a domain, so I'm going to give the service account as rights to run the service. So now I'm going to check domain and test connection. So credential accepted, click next. Same for the workflow. I'm going to give SCSM admin and password for this account, and then domain test credential. So pass. Now click next, and now we are done. Installation summary is given, so just click on install. So this will initiate the installation for the service manager management server, and once this is done, we are going to verify the SCSM 2019 setup by logging into dashboard. So we are going to wait for the installation to be finished, and once the installation is finished, we are going to log in the in the console, and we are going to verify. So I'm going to pause the recording till the installation is running. Once the installation is done, we will resume from there. Now you can see the setup successfully completed. We have installed everything. Now let's verify the database first. So I'm going to basically, now we are on step 7, verify the System Center Service Manager 2019 installation. So we are going to validate the database which is created by this setup, and also we are going to create the encryption backup file. So I'm going to click on close button, so it will launch the encryption key backup and restore. So this is important key, if and it's going to save the information about run as account and other sensitive information in case you lost. So going to create backup file this time. So browse, and I'm going to save it in my C drive, create one folder like backup key, and going to open this folder, and here I am going to type SCSM backup file.pin, and going to click on open, and just click on, and now you need to put the password to save this file. So click next and click on finish. So now if you go on that location, you will find the file is going to be created. So you can see the encryption file is here. So this is good. Now let's verify the database. So you can see service manager DB is created, and the size of this database is around, you can see say 2.5 GB, and this is good. So installation is succeeded, and now we are going to open the service manager console. Click on connect, and from here you can design your service manager, all the everything, like you can uh, design the service level management. We have a library where you can do the catalog creation, you can enable the log base, you can create the queues as per your requirement for the different teams. You can create that. So we will cover uh, one series regarding the configuration of this whole part. So this is good. Now you can also see the software updates, everything is there. So this is good. The installation is succeeded for the service manager management server. So if I go here, you can see the Microsoft System Center Service Manager console, and shell is also installed. So this one is done, and now we are proceeding with the self-service portal installation. So for this we need to install these few roles and features. So I'm going to first open the console dashboard, and then click next and click next, and this is our server. And here I'm going to select the web server, which is IIS. Click next, and here if you go extend this, you will see here from the feature we require enable .NET 3.5, which is already enabled. So we need to select the enable HTTP activation, which we did, and now we need to enable ASP.NET 4.5, which is also enabled. Here you can see we have .NET 4.7 since we are using server 2019. And from the now this is done, click next, and from the roles we need to enable the from the authentication we need to enable the Windows authentication and basic authentication. So I'm going to enable both. And from the application development we need to enable .NET extensibility 4.5, ASP, and ASP.NET 4.5. So application deployment 4.7 we have, and ASP.NET 4.7, and one more thing which is ASP we need to enable. So this is also done. So we have enabled all the roles and features which required by the service manager self-service portal. So this is good. So wait for this installation to be finished, and once this is done we will run the installation for the self-service dash portal. So I'm going to run the setup once again from the same setup file, service manager. And once this installation is done, we will do the from here we can see the optional, which is service manager self-service portal. So wait for this installation to be finished, then we will install this. Now you can see the installation succeeded. Also you can see at the backend IIS is installed, so this is good. Now click on self-service portal installation and select I accept, and here we need to provide the organization name, labs hands on, and click next. And this is the default location for the installation, which is going to be a C inet pub. So click next, and this is going to check some prerequisites. So it's saying HTTP activation is not enabled, so we need to enable it. Let's verify why it's not enabled. So HTTP activation is enabled, so 4.5 we need to verify. Okay, here you can see it's not enabled. So if you are missing anything for the installation, it's going to be give you details where you are missing the information. So this is kind of good prerequisite check tool, which is going to give you all the information which is required to be pre-installed or pre-configured. Also you can go ahead and check full requirement for the System Center Service Manager from here. So this is good. So we are almost done. You can see the installation succeeded, and now I'm going to run pre-check again, and everything is now passed. So click on next, and now you need to provide the portal name. So I'm going to call it SCSM LHO, and I'm not going to install on the SSL. So this is going to be a port. So you can see this port is in use, so I guess we require to since this is SSL port, so I'm going to provide some other port. So 82 I'm going to give. So from here I'm going to give it this and click next, and now I'm going to give the service account for the self-service portal. So this is going to be a SCSM admin and password for this account, and then left and on test credential. So credential pass, click next, and now this is the installation what we are going to perform. So click on install, and now it will run the installation, and this is not going to take long. It's going to be very quick installation, maybe less than 2 or 3 minutes to get the installation done. So now you can see configuring the portal and finalizing now. So this is pretty fast, if I say. So installation succeeded. Click on close, and now to verify this installation, basically we can go in IIS. So I'm going on my IIS. Here you can see we got our site here, which we have just created through the installation wizard. So if I go and browse this website, you can see it's going to be open soon. And also if you want to modify some configuration in this file, you can go here. You can see we have logged in into the console, self-service portal console, and if you want to modify anything like you want to modify the name and anything, go to web config and just open this file, and you can basically, like here you can say company name, labs hands on, and you can provide the email address also, like vikas.9452@gmail.com, and you just need to save this here. So I'm going to save on desktop and then going to replace this file. So basically this require in .config, so let's open one more time. Or what else you can do, so I'm going to cut this file from here and paste it on desktop, and going to change this basically extension for this file. So you can see this is now, I'm going to make it .config, and if you view this file extension is .config, so this is done. And now I'm going to restart this page once. So just make sure you restart it and go and browse this website again. It will give you the information which we have changed. You can see here name has been changed. Also you can do some advanced you can say the advanced configuration, like you can change the color, you can do some customization related to self-service portal. So this is basically everything related to installation of the System Center Service Manager 2019 for the self-service portal and the management server. So in next video we are going to do the installation for the data warehouse server related to Service Manager. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any questions related to this, you can always post to me on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.